Well, hello everyone. This is Douglas Blakey, editor of Retail Banker International and Group Editor Banking at Verdict. Welcome to the 35th Annual Retail Banker International Global Awards. Normally, we would be in the splendid surroundings of the Waldorf Hilton in Aldwych, but for obvious reasons, a black tie event is not really realistic at the moment. Not just the handicap of no international travel, I can't quite imagine an awards evening working in harmony with social distancing. So this is a virtual event, hopefully just a one-off for this year. One thing that certainly has not changed this year, and that's the sheer calibre of the entries that have been submitted. Again, the participating banks have done us proud, and I want to thank all of the banks and their PR companies, their press offices, consultancies, marketing agencies and the subscribers to Retail Banker International who have taken so much time, care and effort as regards submitting entries this year. We've got 26 award categories to run through, celebrating the best of the best in global retail banking. In the interest of time, I'm only going to give a brief summary just now explaining why each bank has won a particular category. More detailed rationale and full citations will be published in the next issue of Retail Banker International. We start as usual with the regional categories, and the first award is for Asia Pacific Retail Bank of the Year. Well, the winning bank is recognised for its innovation and experimentation in general, and its work with the fintech community in particular. And the first award this year goes to UnionBank of the Philippines. Moving on to the second category, European Retail Bank of the Year. Well, the winning bank recorded a return on equity of an astonishing 37.5% in the first quarter of this year. That's one of the highest returns on equity in the sector anywhere. And that does rather narrow it down somewhat, and there's a bit of a giveaway. The winning bank opened more than 600,000 brokerage accounts in the year to date. It's now got 2 million such accounts, and it recorded record inflows for the year to April. And overall, the winning bank has grown its customer numbers to an impressive 11 million. And this, for a branchless bank in Russia, the winner is Tinkoff Bank. Moving on to Middle East Retail Bank of the Year. Well, the winning bank is the most profitable retail bank in the United Arab Emirates. It delivered revenue growth of 9%, profit growth of 7% fiscal 2019, all at the time that it was sustaining leading cost efficiency levels. Its liabilities grew by 4.3% with a very strong CASA ratio of 88%. And it has to be remembered, in a flat market, its loans book is up by 6%. Another reason why this bank is a clear winner this year is Live, the country's first digital bank for millennials. It continues to be the fastest growing bank in the UAE, with customer numbers now hitting 350,000. Some of the categories this year were a close run thing. This category really was quite a simple one for the judges to call. The winner is Emirates NBD. Moving on to North American Retail Bank of the Year. Well, the winning bank had a stunning year really, another record year. Net income was a record-breaking 12.9 billion. Dividends per share were up again. Return on equity was 16.8%. Its efficiency ratio dropped to 52%, but what was really impressive was that its retail banking cost-income ratio was a mere 43.5%. Digital growth resulted in a 20% rise in mobile banking customers to 4.5 million. The winner this year is Royal Bank of Canada. Moving on to the Latin American Caribbean Retail Bank of the Year. The winning bank has had a challenging time in the region. Cost savings were essential, but it's achieved $200 million of cost savings in the past year. All at the same time, it's improved its credit quality, non-performing loans reduced from nearly 10% to just a shade over 5%. And on channel strategy, it's right-sized its physical footprint, it's reduced its network by around 50%, and all at the same time, impressively boosting its net promoter score with excellent customer service and digital banking excellence. The winner of the category, again, it's Royal Bank of Canada. That covers the regional awards. We move on to most disruptive innovation of the year. Now, the winning bank is recognised for really a huge change management initiative, dubbed within the bank Project UNO. And the winning bank expects to double its campaign revenue within 3 years. And the Project UNO framework, it's an operating model as well as a self-learning artificial intelligence brain wireframe, is repeatable across all of its markets. UNO is not just about making sales offers, its underlying artificial intelligence brain can recommend a service interaction. The bank is demonstrating that with UNO, its customer interactions will be completely different and personalised. The winning bank is DBS. Moving on to the 7th category this year, and Retail Banking Security Innovation of the Year. We had a number of very strong entries, Sberbank, for example, from Russia, DBS, NatWest, but the winning bank's anti-money laundering operation teams review billions of dollars of transactions every day, and the winning banks significantly expanded the level and depth of its customer and transaction monitoring. Its management infrastructure, specifically in the area of anti-money laundering, into market-leading advanced capabilities in an increasingly efficient manner. And the bank's transition included not just adapting to the new digital banking world, but it has also found innovative ways to bridge in legacy technology, such as robotic process automation. As a direct result of its AML transformation, the bank has been able to achieve major expansion and work with a degree of efficiency that's seen a near 30% improvement in operating costs. The winner is Scotiabank. Moving on to product innovation of the year. Well, this category was fun. At one point we had a short list of 12, I should say a long list of 12 possible winners, all credible winners. But for the winner, we're going to China. The winning bank pioneered an online loan product for farmers entitled Yi Nong Dai. Time available to me today doesn't do justice to the winning entry, but the bank is recognised for its speed to market, the reduction of financing costs and simplification of the loan process, as well as an excellent customer user experience. The winner of a very competitive product innovation of the year is UnionBank. Next up, 9th category, Best Bank FinTech Partnership of the Year. Well, this was another strong category with 9 finalists. And for the winning bank, we go back to the UAE. As business in the UAE thrives, the local banks are increasingly under pressure to differentiate their services. They need to provide a unique customer experience. The winning bank here set out to enhance the core system supporting its commercial and corporate solutions to provide customers with rapid, convenient and reliable banking services, both for retail and corporate clients. To do this, the bank leveraged its unique relationship with Finastra. It upgraded its core banking system, Fusion Equation and Fusion Trade Innovation. And this was a complex project, given that the winning bank had many modules like lending, profit distribution and profitability analysis, yet the go live was delivered in a record time of just 4 months. The winning bank is United Arab Bank for its partnership with Finastra. Moving on to the best payment innovation of the year. Well, after some really tough categories, we've actually got something of a runaway winner here. The winning bank is recognised for levering its strength in digital technology, in this case the use of biometric authentication. to reimagine the customer's shopping journey and deliver a simple, fast, secure payment solution and experience. In August last year, it launched a revolutionary palm vein technology at an unmanned store on the campus of the National University of Singapore. And customers can simply scan their palm, make the payment for their purchase at the store, doing away with the need for cash, cards, or even a mobile phone for payment. As I say, it only launched last August, but already it's at more than 150,000 customer visits. Customers love it. It takes users an average of about 5 minutes to complete registration and less than 2 minutes to complete checkout. Singapore's a bit of a clue. The winner is DBS. And moving on to Best Service Innovation of the Year. Well, a lifestyle app leveraging data-driven personalisation, engaging customers through a fun and interactive experience is a good start for any entry. And the UnionBank delivers a personalised experience for each individual customer, addressing all relevant touch points in the customer journey. The overall aim is to create an unsurpassed journey, allowing customers to, in the bank's words, live more and bank less. I've seen the metrics. The rest of the judges found the metrics compelling. And again, the winner is DBS. Moving on to, this is with the 12th category, best use of data analytics. Well, the UnionBank is recognised for its web-based platform that places a customer at the core of its design, and it's the first of its kind in the African market. The solution tackles the issue of data availability in emerging markets, as well as the need for a customer-centric approach as a competitive advantage. Just some of the metrics. Product per customer growth, 30% of customers hold more than one product, and this represents an increase of 5%. Customer experience, well, there's an increase in the Net Promoter Score of 5%. There's also a revenue uplift through proactive engagement to avoid customer dormancy. The winner is ABSA. Next up, best use of digital marketing and social media. This is, as ever, a competitive category with some really good entries this year. The UnionBank's strategies inform, inspire, entertain, most importantly, they acquire customers. And they're acquiring customers in the key target millennial segment at 10%. That's not a misprint, 10% of the average bank customer acquisition cost. Equally impressively, 1 in 3 customers is opening an account between 10 p.m. and 6 a.m. in the morning when their competitor banks are closed. It's got different marketing creatives targeting people in the different social networks. So there's a different marketing creative in Facebook versus Instagram or Twitter or Google. And some of their head-turning promotions include win a Tesla and even win a private island. The winner is Emirates NBD. The next category is the Diversity and Inclusion Award, and the winning entry recognises an agri-tech SME marketplace for farmers in India. The winning entry was launched as a pilot to foster the creation of future SME marketplaces around the world. And the winner is the first in India to connect whole agriculture value chain in one digital ecosystem. And already it's helped more than 75,000 Indian farmers access instant payments for the first time and increase their income. Working with the likes of ICICI Bank as well as microfinance institutions and P2P lenders, the winner is providing farmers and retailers with instant access to digital finance. The winner is Safal Fazal. Moving on, category 15, we're getting through them. Excellence in customer centricity. Well, again, this is one of the hardest categories to judge. Not quite the hardest. We'll come to the best mobile banking entry shortly, but virtually every bank, for understandable reasons, wants to be recognised as customer centric, and we had some excellent entries. In the end, the award goes to a bank with more than 55 million customers monthly and more than 20 million customers using its digital channels daily. That rather narrows it down. The bank had one simple goal, simple to explain but harder to execute, and that was to save at least 30 seconds of time for customers on their daily transactions. How? Well, the bank personalised its app for each customer to show the most relevant things first, based on usage. And to implement that, it had to develop and code unique artificial intelligence algorithms. The winning bank is Sberbank. We move on to the channel awards and start with best branch strategy of the year. Well, the winning bank enjoys really something of a dominant position within its city headquarters. It's got more than 50 branches and over 200 self-service banking machines. It has a flagship branch which is quite something. If you haven't visited it, it's well worth a visit. At Marina Bay Financial Centre, it spans some 8,500 square feet with cutting-edge technology like interactive touchscreens, tablets, motion sensing, video screens and feature walls for marketing and customer engagement. But the award really recognises the bank's so-called phygital hybrids, unmanned digital lobbies. It's a great example of how a bank can future-proof its service staff with multifaceted skill sets, including product knowledge and soft skills, delivering world-class service standards, but all at the same time while the bank is migrating customers onto their digital channels. The winner is DBS. Moving on to, this will be the 17th category, best self-service strategy. Well, it's another tricky one. It's a bit like customer centricity. Every bank likes to think that it's got its self-service strategy right. That means a lot of entries to consider. Happily, this year one jumps out. For the winning bank, its chatbot Alpha is capturing all possible touch points that could influence customer decisions, and at the same time it's raising service and business efficiency. It's actually quite an easy winner for Cathay United Bank. If just about every bank wants to be considered the best for self-service, how many banks do you think that they should be winning the award for best digital strategy? A lot of entries. However, to win this award takes a world-class leading digital proposition covering everything from onboarding to service to cross-selling to data analytics. We'll provide full details in the next issue of Retail Banking International, but actually among the entries, the clear winner, deservedly, for DBS. But hardest category again this year, best mobile banking strategy. A huge number of entries, vast majority very credible, very difficult to come up with a list of finalists, let alone a winner. In the end, we're recognising a bank with one of the hugest challenges in mobile banking. In 1 year, 2019, it had to issue 34 releases across 15 separate markets. And it did so successfully. In fact, it did so very successfully. Here are just some of the metrics from the winning bank. Its Mobile X global app had 1.7 million unique users in December, its first month. Its engagement rates soared compared to its legacy app. Return frequency is up by over 80% across markets. Page views per visit increased by a factor of 2.7. There's a 48% increase in the average app rating compared to the old mobile app. As a higher log-on conversion rate, that's up 12%. The return frequency log-on in a week increased by 10%. The app size decreased by 80%. Its Android app has reduced from 300 megabytes to 50 megabytes. That's a lot of words to say. The winner is HSBC. Moving on to best customer-facing technology. The winning bank is recognised for its work with fintech partner HooYu to deliver a new seamless experience allowing customers to provide documentation in real time. All at the same time, it's improving conversion rates and, importantly, reducing customer fraud. With HooYu, the bank has created an experience where customers can prove their identity digitally and in real time, all as part of the digital application process. Number of strong metrics. The one that really stands out is that the partnership between UU and the winning bank has helped the bank improve its account opening process by 33%. The winning bank is NatWest. Moving on to IT transformation and innovation of the year. This was a difficult category, some good entries, but in the end, the judges were persuaded by the sheer scale of the winning bank's IT project. 84 teams from IT contributed to the project. More than 300 online programs were changed. More than 700 batch COBOL programs were changed. More than 800 JCLs were deleted. CPU usage reduced by 41%, and CPU consumption of mobile login process reduced by a whopping 73%. The winner is Bank. Moving on to best loyalty reward strategy. Well, we've been here before. Very few banks really get rewards and loyalty right. Just ask yourself, especially if you're a customer in the UK, how does your bank reward you for your loyalty? Probably doesn't. For the past 20 years, the winning bank, by contrast, has invested in making rewards a unique part of its proposition. It's got the largest rewards program in its home market. It's delivered just last year 1.3 billion in value to its members. That's more than 5 million customers in its home market are engaged with its loyalty program. I could go on and share metrics about spend and products per customer of clients who are engaged in the program. It's simple just to say the winner is Royal Bank of Canada. Moving on to best open banking strategy. Well, this category, perhaps for understandable reasons, all of a sudden has become quite a tricky one. It's certainly going to be hard to win in future years. The winning bank has embraced the opportunities presented by PSD2 and by the UK Competition and Markets Authority. In particular, the bank's non-personal product team and payments innovation team set out to leverage the new regulations to reduce merchant costs, reduce fraud, and optimise the customer experience. Just some of the metrics from the winning bank's Pay It proposition. We'll consider this. 95% of users rated the experience good or excellent. On average, it was found that Pay It was 15 seconds faster to use than paying by card, and 47% of users chose to use with Pay It instead of a card with no prior promotion or marketing, and 79% of users said they would be very likely to use it again. The winner, call it RBS, or they would prefer that you call them NatWest. Moving on to best use of online banking. At the other end of the evolutionary scale, while open banking is still relatively novel, how do we make the best use of online banking exciting? Well, the judges do want to recognise a winning bank for an online channel that is creating personalised, customer-specific experiences. The winning bank is providing customised advertising content through data tracking and analysis of interest preferences, consumption habits. And the result is a great increase in the click-through rate. The winner is Cathay United. We move on to the individual category, Retail Banker of the Year. Well, this is never an easy award to determine. Some quite outstanding retail bankers through the years have been recognised in this category. And there's a number of boxes really that need to be ticked for the winner of this category. The editorial team are looking at personal contribution, leadership qualities, business metrics, performance of the unit of the bank for which he or she is responsible. In this case, this year, the winner leads the personal and commercial unit of his bank. It contributed 49% of the bank's 2019 record earnings. Cost-income ratio was a standout, as well as cross-sell and market share gains and digital metrics. The winner is the Group Head, Personal and Commercial Banking at Royal Bank of Canada, Neil McLaughlin. Moving on to the final category, Global Retail Bank of the Year. In recent years, we've given this award to leading banks such as Chase, RBC, Bank of America, ING. I can only comment on the awards going back to 2005, but I'm pretty sure we have a new winner this year. Already, the bank has collected 5 categories in the awards. Today, you can make that 6. The Global Retail Bank of the Year from Retail Banker International for 2020 is DBS. And that's it for another year. I hope very much that we can all look forward to some kind of transitioning back towards normal times in the second half of this year. I want to thank again all of the banks who have participated in the awards this year. I appreciate that, given the challenging times, trying to pick up an award is not perhaps top of banks' priorities, but despite everything that's happening, there is genuine innovation and product investment out there that deserves to be recognised. I want to thank all of my fellow judges and the events team at Arena, and of course thanks to you for joining with us today. And I hope that we will see many of you in person at the 36th Annual Retail Banker International Global Awards next year. Thank you.